Hey everybody, Infinity Squared here, and today I'm going to be telling you all a story. Once upon a time, there was a girl with stars in her eyes. These stars were beautiful and magical. They sparkled and glimmered with light, and she could see them all the time, because they were right there in her eyes. She enjoyed spending hours upon hours just staring at the stars, staring at the way that they shifted, the way they shined. Her parents were worried. Most girls didn't have stars in their eyes, and, well, no one had taught them how to raise a daughter like this. She didn't spend too much time with the other kids. She was more than happy to spend minutes, hours, even days, plotting the course of the stars across her eyes, and she struggled to understand the rules of games. It was hard to focus on listening when there was just so much to see. The stars were bright and beautiful and blinding, and sometimes it made it hard to pay attention to anything else. One day, she was sitting in class. She had gotten distracted from the lesson. Her teacher was not happy about this. Suddenly, a strike across her face. "Young girl," the teacher said, "how dare you ignore such important information? How dare you choose to fail like this? If you gave even a modicum of effort, you could surely succeed, and yet you refuse so stubbornly. What makes you think you have the right?" The girl responded, "I'm sorry, sir. I really am. I try very hard to focus. I try my absolute best all the time, but the stars, the stars, there's so many of them, and they're always moving. And I can always see them, sir, 'cause they're right here, right in my eyes. And when I can see them all the time, it gets hard to see something else, because there's just so much to see, sir. And with the stars in my eye, I just can't process that much at once. I'm sorry, sir. I really am." Another strike. "You think I would fall for that inane excuse? No. All children are born with the capability to be geniuses. You simply choose to squander it. If you truly applied yourself, you could see beyond those silly stars in your eyes." A third strike. "You are hereby expelled from this school. I have no time to teach a child who refuses to learn." The girl ran home to her parents. She couldn't see the stars anymore, not through the tears. "Mama, Papa, what's so wrong with me? Why do they hate me so? Why can't I be like the other kids? Why do I have to see things so differently? Why can't I see how I'm supposed to?" She ran into her mother's embrace and she cried. She cried and cried. Minutes and hours she cried and cried. Her mother tried to comfort her, but in truth, what could she do? How? She never knew how to support her daughter with those beautiful stars in her eyes. It made things so difficult, and so few people would accept her. But She knew what she had to say. Darling, there is nothing wrong with you. Nothing at all. You're different, it's true. Maybe even a bit more different than most people, but there is nothing wrong with you. Those stars aren't a bad thing, they're a beautiful thing, as beautiful as the rest of you. All children are unique, and all children do things differently. Just because you can't do things the same as everyone else doesn't mean you're lesser. No. You're perfect, my child, just the way you are. Even with the stars? Especially with the stars, my child, because they're a part of you. Just like your hair, just like your hands. The stars in your eyes are a part of who you are. And I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade any part of my lovely daughter. You trust me, right? Of course I do, Mama. I always trust you. Then you can trust me when I say that I'll love you forever. And when I say that nothing about you makes you less, nothing about you makes you unworthy. You're perfect just the way you are. And if someone else can't see that, if someone else refuses to see that, well, that says more about them than it does you, doesn't it, darling? Thank you, Mama. You're such a good Mama. Oh, of course, sweetie. Now, let's look into finding you a better school. Surely, I'm sure we can find somewhere that can teach you how you would be able to learn, teach you even with the stars in your eyes. That's what you deserve. Every child deserves a world that will support them, and I'll do everything I can to make a world like that for you. And that is the story of the girl with stars in her eyes. I hope you enjoyed it. Stories are a very important part of human culture. And in telling you these stories, I hope I brought you joy. I hope I brought you wisdom. I hope I brought you peace. I hope I brought you understanding. And I hope you'll join me next time. Bye-bye.